There's the income tax. The progressives gave us that. Well, they had to do that because that's the mechanism that ensures that future generations will labor to produce the wealth to pay the money back to the bank that can never be paid back.
Got it.
They also gave us the Great Depression and the government interventions that ensured its longevity. The public school system, they gave us that too. The public school system that gives us a population that does not understand the moral superiority of liberty and private property ownership and thinks that socialism is compassion. The progressives gave us the Great Society programs that have cost America $7.2 trillion, destroyed the black family, produced cultural, economic, and societal collapse for millions of its victims. And most recently, the Community Reinvestment Act, the ultimate free lunch, the ultimate empty promise, offered in exchange for votes, of course, the big lie. Government can make anything more affordable than the market. Here's a perfect example, ladies and gentlemen, here's a perfect example of the political left.
Enter the moon!
Okay? I didn't come here to be particularly partisan, but it's interesting. They use their freedom of speech to silence yours. That's not freedom. The fallacy of the CRA has brought our globe to the point of economic collapse, and the people who did it blame capitalism when they should be blaming themselves, Barney Frank. But blaming capitalism is nothing new. They did the same thing back during the New Deal. Blaming capitalism opens the door to a whole new generation of progressives to make the same mistakes that the last generation made, but on a far larger and more scary scale. Today, for the first time, as I left the house, I looked at the Drudge Report, and for the first time in 54 years, consumer prices have dropped. Can you say deflation?
That's right.
We have a choice. And today is the day that we make that choice. We will either save our republic, or we will stand by and watch the exceptional greatness bestowed on us by God and our fathers twisted into a social democracy, where playing fields are leveled, where wealth is redistributed, and where rights are defined by men who believe in their hubris and pompous self-importance that they are wiser than hundreds of millions of individuals pursuing their own happiness, driven by the love for their work and the love for their life goals. We are here also for something a little more sobering than that. We are here for what we have let happen. We, the people, didn't attend to the stewardship of our government, so our government made our decisions for us. A government of we the people can only work if we the people are engaged in it.
That's right. That's right.
And judging from the wreckage around us, frankly, government has been allowed to do quite enough, thank you. Taking our country back means restoring our rightful place as we the people, but that means work. We must never again let our children be taught by the leftover products of the Soviet infiltration of our education system.
McCarthy was right!
We must teach them the practical utility of liberty and why it produced the greatest country the world has ever seen. We must never again be satisfied with an election with a 38, 40, or 55% turnout. The people with the purple fingers turn out 90% and they could get shot. We must educate ourselves and let our representatives know that we are watching them 24/7.
Right.
In closing, America is the best thing that ever happened to the planet Earth. At least that humans have done. It can either be the template for the future of man, or it can pass into history as a brief flash that illuminated the civilizations of man and then faded into the darkness of eternal envy, greed, and hunger for power. So today we begin the journey back. The road will be long, and the headwinds will be strong.
Bring them on!
But we will win the ultimate victory, so help us God. Got to keep things moving here, folks. I would like to introduce you our next.
We actually pay them.
Good for you. You're very good law-abiding citizens. And how many were happy about that? I think we can agree that we're all pretty unhappy. And it's not that we're unpatriotic or selfish or anything like that. It's the cost. The fact that I can do way more with my own money than the government can. And most of all, these days, it's where that money is going. To bailouts for irresponsible home buyers and lenders. To unconstitutional bailouts to banks, automakers, and other companies that made bad business decisions.